Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is a lesson on joining up letters. So the objective is words are made up of letters. The form of the letter will change in accordance to their positioning in the word. It's very important to understand that a beginning of the word will look like this. It also has a variation. So if the alif goes to the middle of a word or towards the middle of a word, it looks like a lamb. It is not a lamb. Just remember the shapes of alif, alif, alif. This ba, 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 ba. Again, at the beginning of a word, ba may look like this. It's almost as if the ba has been chopped in half. Ba, 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 ba. So ba in the middle may appear like this. At the end, it will usually appear like this. And that's ta, ta. Again, middle of a word, ta, 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 ta. There are quite a few variations of ta here. That's tha, 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 tha. This is not a shin. If it was a shin, there would be another slope here. Then there is jim. Beginning of a word, jim will look like this. Middle of a word, it will appear like this. End of a word, it will appear like this. Then you have the same again, ha, ha, ha. Beginning of a word like this. Middle of a word like this. Ha at the end like this. Kha, kha, kha. Dal, dal, dal. Val, val, val. Ra, ra, ra. Ra, ra. Za, za, za. Za, za. Sin, sin, sin. Shin, shin, shin. Swad, swad, swad. Dwad, dwad, dwad. Twa, twa, twa. Zwa, zwa, zwa. And that is Ain, not Hamza. Just look at the way of the calligraphy on this. Ain, Ain, Ain. Then you have Ghain, Ghain, Ghain. Fa, fa, fa. As you can see, fa is written like this. Off, off, off. Kaf, kaf, kaf. Lam, lam, lam. That is not a dal. Remember the calligraphy again. The ones you find slightly more difficult, try to focus on how the calligraphy has been drawn up or written. Mim, mim, mim. Noon, 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 noon. That is not a ba, that is a noon. Again, if you find that you get muddled up, look at the letters side by side and you will figure out which one is which. And they are in the allocated boxes for noon, 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 noon. Wow, wow, wow. Ha, 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 ha. And then ya, 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 ya. Lesson 2A. Ba, ba, ba. Ta, ta, ta. Fa, fa, fa. Jim, jim. Ha, ha. Kha, kha. Sin, sin. Shin, shin. Swad, swad. Dwad, dwad. Ain, ain. Ghain, ghain. Fa, fa. Qaf, qaf. Kaf, kaf. Lam, lam. Mim, mim. Nun, nun, nun. Ha, ha. Hamza, Hamza, ya, ya, ya. Just look at the difference between Ain and Hamza here. See, Hamza's line is going down. Ain is going across. Hamza, Hamza. Important to remember that part as we go into the next exercise. Ghain, Hamza. I have written it here for you. Hamza, ba, ba. Fa. Not wow, fa. And you have lam, swad, that is noon. Fa, kha, ain, shin, mim, ha, qaf, sin, dad, ta, jim, ya, kaf, noon. How do we know that is noon? You may look elsewhere. There is noon here, ba. Where is ba? Ba is here. Tha, ta, ya, alif, ba, ta, ain, ghain, fa, qaf, lam. Look carefully. Lam, mim, noon, ha, ya. Very important, you remember the calligraphy, in which way they are written in short. Ain, fa, ha, ghain, qaf, ba, kha, ba, ghain, noon, ain, ba, qaf, noon, jim. Look up here. Noon, jim, ya, mim, kaf, alif. Hope you have understood today's lesson, inshallah. So if you have kaf is here. Do you see kaf? Yes. And then you have alif. If you join this one to this one, it becomes this one, kaf, alif.